Hey, Connection Point Church, it's Pastor Malorri coming with your midweek moment for, what is today even? Oh my goodness, it's July the 8th, 2020. I just want you to marvel at this wall behind me right now. It has been newly painted, the trim has been painted, and the trim is up. And it's just fabulous. We're back here in the sanctuary. I think last week I showed you our hot mess that was in here in progress, but this wall behind me is complete. And I would love to just show you this wall because this wall looks great. But the reality is the rest of the room does not look like that. You want a quick look? I'll show you. So just for some perspective, there's a whole pile of wood going on. Curtains are still on the ground. That wall has no trim whatsoever. This wall, also a hot mess. No trim, no trim, no trim. That wall has trim except for the middle window, which was eaten by termites, so we have to replace the trim on that wall. It's just a mess in here still, but I have hope because look, the beautiful wall behind me. It's so nice. It's so clean. I feel like in a lot of ways, let me put you back down so I don't make you sick carrying the camera around. I feel like in a lot of ways, in this room, we've been talking about how metaphorically it really is a symbol of kind of where we're at as a church right now, that God has called us to this shift. We're moving the sanctuary direction. There's bumps, there's challenges with that, there's details we've got to work out. But this picture of this wall behind me, I feel like is an accurate picture of our discipleship as a church as well. We have probably 80 people that are consistent, 80-ish people kind of throughout the month as a church who are connected and make up Connection Point Church of the Nazarene. But the reality is only about 30 of us are consistently connected in our connection groups or in spiritual direction with Pastor Claudine or some sort of intentional discipleship, whether it's with our church or another in some way. 30 out of 80. It's a little bit like our halfway done room right now. I'm not saying that our connection groups, our structures are the only way that you are discipled. But what I am saying is, guys, I long for more for us. Just like I long for more for this room than just this one wall behind me to be completed. I long for us to finish the work, to walk towards what it wholly means to be a disciple, and not just to settle for the shallow end of the pool. So I want us to pray and think about what that means this week. I know a few weeks ago, Pastor Ray on Sunday morning really said it's time for us to grow up as a church. It's time for us to finish this room, to work on the trim, do all the things. But more importantly, it's time for us to grow up as a church, to really think about and pray about who God is calling us to disciple and who God is calling us to be discipled by. So in preparation for Sunday morning this week, I'd ask you to pray about those things. We're going to be continuing on in Matthew chapter 26, specifically with verses 36 through 38 this week. I'm going to be preaching this week, but the whole pastoral team is going to join me for a portion of the sermon, which I'm really excited about. So looking forward to that. Pray about the connections, the ways that the Lord wants us to finish the work in our discipleship this week. I will see you on Sunday, if not before. Bye.